smallest 32-bit float audio recorder. This is the Instamic Pro Plus C, and it has a lot of upgrades over the original Instamic. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing this recorder from the perspective of a wedding filmmaker. So if you are considering getting one for wedding filmmaking, because hey, they make a white version as well, perfect for a bride's dress, or you're someone that films corporate or commercial videos or anything where you need a super tiny microphone that you can mount virtually anywhere, keep watching. Also, for the sake of ethics, I want you to know this video is not paid or sponsored by Instamic, but they did send me both of these so I could make this review. In addition, because I want to help you out even more, I want you to know that I've put together a free workshop that's going to show you how to book your next wedding in 30 days or less, and you can watch for free at the link down in the video description. Getting right into the review now, there are a lot of upgrades and improvements that have been added to the Instamic Pro Plus C that we need to talk about. The first improvement is right here on the front. Looking at the only button on the recorder, the first version of the Instamic, which I have right here, had the actual Instamic logo on the front of the device, and part of the logo was actually a hidden button that you would press to turn the recorder on or off, or start or stop it recording. In theory, this was a cool way to have the controls integrated into the logo, but from a usability standpoint, it was almost like the button was too hidden, and if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't know to press it, and it made using the device a little unintuitive. Thankfully, with the new Instamic Pro Plus C, you get a simple to use button on the front that's very obviously a button and behaves just like a normal button whenever you press it, which makes it much easier to use in my opinion. Just like the original, you press it once to turn on the recorder, press it once again to start or stop recording, and then hold it down for a while until all the lights slowly turn off and then the recorder itself will turn off. Notice too that there is no memory card slot on this device either. The Instamic uses all internal memory. It comes with 16 gigabytes of storage, which should give you approximately 22 hours of recording time in 32-bit float, which is plenty in my opinion. Next, for improvements and looking at the bottom of the Instamic, you'll see it has a USB Type-C connector, which is always great to see, and this is where the C in the Pro Plus C names comes from. This is a wonderful upgrade after having to use micro USB on the original Instamic, and this should charge your recorder in a little over an hour. Talking more about charging now, in regards to battery life, Instamic's website claims that it has a 3.5-hour battery life, but in my testing, I found that the battery lasted for 4 hours and 56 minutes while recording in 32-bit float to the recorder, which was great to see. Keep in mind though, this was only with the Instamic recording internally, and the life may be shorter if you are wirelessly transmitting with it. This almost 5 hours of recording time should work great for even the longest wedding ceremony, but if you're someone that likes to put the mics on somebody a decent amount of time before the ceremony starts, just keep the battery in mind and be sure to check the app from time to time to confirm the battery life percentage remaining. Speaking of the app, we need to talk about connectivity with the Instamic, because Bluetooth is another area where the Instamic Pro Plus C has seen a major upgrade, and that upgrade is that this recorder can now connect to devices like a GoPro, Insta360, the Blackmagic camera app on your phone, or even your Mac or PC, all over Bluetooth to be used as a wireless microphone. I think this is really great, and it brings this recorder in line with its competitors like the Rode Wireless Pro and the DJI Mic 2. Of course, the Bluetooth connectivity also applies to the Instamic phone app, which is supported as well. And this app is really important, considering that the Instamic does not have a screen on the front of it. You get 3 lights, that's all you get. So you really are going to need to rely on the app to change many of this recorder's settings. In the app, you can choose whether you want to use the Instamic as a recorder standalone or connect it via Bluetooth to use it as a wireless microphone. And I'm happy to tell you that you can connect up to 10 Instamics to the app to adjust their settings like starting and stopping recording, changing the sampling rate, turning on and off the lights on the front of the recorder in case you don't want these bright green or red lights if it's recording shining. No, you want to hide those. You can also format the memory, and here is one feature that everyone wants, but is unfortunately a bit complicated. This feature is that you can monitor your audio from the Instamic in real time over Bluetooth using the app, but there are some caveats. First off, if you connect the Instamic to your phone to use it as a wireless microphone that will record audio to your phone, good news, you can monitor the audio as it is recording using the Instamic app. In addition, if you want to use this mic as a standalone recorder, you can also connect to it and monitor the audio wirelessly, but here's the bummer. You can only monitor the audio if the recorder is not recording. Once it starts recording, you cannot monitor it. All you can see is a waveform. This is definitely a bummer, and maybe it could be fixed with a firmware update. leave me a comment if you want me to request that. Don't worry, I'm going to request it regardless. But yeah, if you want it, let me know also, and then I can say, hey, a lot of people are asking, it's not just me, okay? Anyways, at least you can put the mic on someone, listen to it for a little bit to hear if there's any clothing rustle, etc., and then start the recording, which that is better than nothing. In addition, I want you to notice the TC icon in the top right corner of the app, because this is another big upgrade that the Instamic has over its previous version, because this TC stands for timecode. Yes, the Instamic Pro Plus C supports timecode, and not just one type of timecode either. It supports timecode from the Tentacle Sync Track E recorders, so if you use those, this will work with them. And in addition, it also supports timecode with Atomos Ultra Sync devices over Bluetooth, which if you use a Tascam or Zoom audio recorder, that is going to be very appealing to you, because that means that your Instamic will work with the same Bluetooth timecode generators that those audio recorders support, which is fantastic news. Enabling timecode is as easy as selecting your recorder in the app and then choosing the type of timecode that you want to use in the settings. Then it can receive timecode from a generator and sync up with your cameras and audio recorders, saving you time when editing. Back to the body and build of the Instamic now. This is not a new feature, but if you're new to using an Instamic, we need to talk about all of the many ways that you can mount this audio recorder, because it really adds to its overall capabilities, in my opinion. Flipping around the sides and back of the recorder, you're going to see that there are these grooves on the sides. And this is where a lot of the versatility of the Instamic comes into play, because these grooves are where you can attach a variety of different mounts that come with the Instamic. And honestly, this kind of feels similar to GoPro. You have a ton of different ways to mount that kind of camera, and you can do the same thing here with the Instamic. Oh, it's also waterproof. Did I mention that it's waterproof? There's another GoPro similarity for you. In the box, the Instamic comes with 3 different mounting options, including a Velcro option with sticky on one side, so you can stick it to something and then attach and detach it with Velcro to whatever you want to record. You have an option that includes 3M stickers on the back, so peel it off, stick it to whatever you want. And of course, high strength magnets. For mounting on people, I'd probably go with the magnets. And you should know this magnet attachment has extra versatility that I've personally used before, where you have the capability of attaching this magnet mount to any piece of metal, with one of my favorites being the actual speaker grill of a DJ speaker at a wedding reception. Simply grab your Instamic, slide it into the mount, and then stick it to the speaker, and that'll be your audio backup. Just remember to get your Instamic at the end of the night and don't just leave it on the speaker, because it's very small, and that is possible to do. Don't ask how I know that. Now, talking about what is arguably the biggest upgrade, though, for the Instamic would be the addition of 32-bit float audio recording. Yes, just like many other audio recorders these days, Instamic has managed to cram 32-bit float audio recording into this tiny little recorder, and I think that's a really fantastic thing, because 32-bit float audio recording, if you are not aware, allows you to bring down your audio levels if they're too loud and peaking and still recover them, or if your audio is too quiet, you can bring up the levels without there being too much noise. And as a cool bonus too, this recorder can hit much louder volumes than some of its competition, up to 135 decibels of volume without distorting. So even if you have it next to like a jet engine, you're probably going to get decent audio from it, which is pretty cool. And 32-bit float is really useful on such a small device like this, because it's really made for you just to turn it on, press record, put it on someone, and know that you're going to be recording high quality audio, so you don't have to tweak settings or anything like that. You just press record. Okay, you're good. All right, great. Have a good time. And then you have high quality audio. Of course, you probably want to know how the Instamic Pro Plus C sounds, so here is an audio test. This is an audio quality test of the Instamic Pro Plus C, and as you can see here, I'm wearing it right here, the white version on my shirt. Pretty cool. And remember, this is a 32-bit float audio recorder. So if I'm talking quieter, here's an idea of how it sounds if I'm talking really quietly. Or also if I decide to talk louder and I'm really exuberant, I'm like, yeah, this is so cool, oh my gosh. As you can hear, I think the audio sounds pretty good, especially considering how small the unit and the microphones are. So as you can see, overall, the Instamic Pro Plus C is a really full-featured audio recorder that I really think lives up to the Pro name, because it gives you all of the features of the original Instamic, which was very versatile, and then they add improved audio quality and Pro features like timecode. But should you buy it? Well, I think that really comes down to your use case. If you commonly find yourself filming and you need a super discreet and tiny audio recorder, I think this is a great choice, and you're going to get really high quality audio from it. In addition, just like the original Instamic, I think that this is a fantastic choice if you need a good audio backup, where you already have a good larger audio recorder, but you want something else in case that fails. That said though, if you do not own any recorders at all and you're considering making this Instamic your first purchase, I would probably hold off on that, because you could be better served by getting a small recorder with longer battery life and a 3.5mm microphone input that you could then hide fit on someone, and I think it's going to give you a bit more versatility when it comes to general audio recording. If you already have your basic audio recorders though, and you want something extra for more edge use cases, like miking a bride, for example, where you grab the white one, slip it right on here, and you don't have to deal with a thigh strap or a cord or anything like that, that's where the Instamic is a no-brainer. I'll link to the Instamic below if you want to check it out, and I will also link down below to my free booking workshop that's going to show you how to book your next wedding in 30 days or less. This workshop is going to show you the exact steps that you need to take to ensure you get a booking, even if you've never filmed a wedding before. You can check it out at the link down in the video description. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.